Mr. and Mrs. Dotan were a secular Israeli couple living in Ramat Gan. They had one daughter, 6-year-old daughter Anat, and when it was time for Anat to begin attending school, the Dotans decided that because of the traffic and driving situation in Israel, wherever they sent their daughter, they wanted her within walking distance of home. They did not want her to drive to school. They didn't want her on Israeli streets. So they registered her in the nearest school to home, which happened to be in Bnei Brak, which is just about the most religious city in the world. And little Anat, who was secular, came from a secular home, was registered in an Orthodox Haredi school. So the first day she comes home from school, and she says, "Mommy, could we keep kosher in the home?" And Mrs. Dotan says, "Listen, Anat, we're sending you to school for the education, not for the religion. We don't keep kosher." The next day she came home and she said, "Mommy, could you cover your hair?" All the other little girls there said their mothers cover their hair. She says, "Anat, I don't cover my hair. We're not sending you there for the religion. We're sending you there for the education, and practically because it's within walking distance of our home." And the third day she came home and said, "Mommy, can we keep Shabbos?" And her mother said, "No, Anat, we do not keep Shabbos." Well, little 6-year-old girl, she's with new friends, peer pressure. So on the next Friday evening, she decided to take matters into her own hands. So Friday afternoon, she went to the local store, and she said to the man, "I would like 2 Shabbos candles." Now, the man knew that her family was secular, did not keep Shabbat, and were not going to light candles, so he figured she meant 2 Yortzeit candles. Yortzeit are the memory candles, the one-year memory thick candles, which many secular Jews do light to commemorate the memory of the deceased on the anniversary of the day of the death. And she says to the guy, "I want 2 Shabbos candles." Well, he figured the parents wanted 2 Yortzeit candles. So he gives her these 2 thick little candles, and she takes them up to her room. And it's late Friday afternoon. And she goes in her room, and she puts them on the windowsill, and she lights the 2 candles. In the meantime, her mother hears that the house is quiet, and she decides she wants to go find out what's her daughter up to. So she walks into the room, she opens the door, and there's her daughter sitting. It's Friday right at dusk, and there's her daughter sitting on her bed staring at these 2 Yortzeit memorial candles. And her mother looks at her, she says, "Anat, what are you doing?" The girl knows she's been caught red-handed, and she looks at her mother, and she says to her mother, Mommy, it's okay, it's okay. One is for you, and one is for Daddy." When Mrs. Dotan heard those words, she thought to herself, whoa, perhaps part of me and part of my husband, perhaps a part of us is not as alive as it should be. Mrs. Dotan told this story over at a weekend gathering of over 200 families that had become Baalei Tshuva, that had taken on a new Torah lifestyle. She said it was those words of her daughter that pierced her heart, made her take stock. She and her husband made a decision, and they reversed their lives, and they moved in the direction of a Torah-observant life with all the fulfillment that it brings.